Hi, I'm Richard Barker, the Incredible Hypnotist. I got started in hypnosis a number of years ago. I actually saw my first hypnosis show when I was 18. I was in the military at the time. I was in the British Army, and I just thought it was fantastic. I saw somebody with the most amount of power, which was our drill sergeant, reduced into the person with the least amount of power. So I was always fascinated with hypnosis since the age of 18. And then I became a police officer, and I became a police detective in the United Kingdom, actually in London. And I began to learn NLP, which is neuro-linguistical programming, and the art of conversation and language. And I was able to successfully interrogate suspects, and by using language, get information that I needed. But also, I used hypnosis to help victims of crime and witnesses remember crimes and situations that they had ordinarily forgotten about in day-to-day life. So I started using hypnosis as a police officer to fight crime, and then I got involved in stage shows and comedy, and also helping people with weight loss, stop smoking, removing fears and phobias. And I've been using hypnosis now for around 20 years, helping people with all kinds of issues that they have. And I will tell you, it's a very rewarding career. I do stage shows all over the world. I've just been in 38 countries, and I perform over 300 shows a year for lots of big cruise lines, and also companies and corporations. And I'm always amazed at how people react to hypnosis. There's some phenomenal volunteers with all kinds of different personalities, and I'll give you an example. Some of the more strangest stuff I've seen in my time is somebody that I made a river dance, which is like the Irish jig, which is where you dance, you kind of like hop when you dance. And I saw that person basically hopping on one leg. They took their false leg off, like a prosthetic leg, and started hopping up and down on one leg. I thought that was really wild. And then I hypnotized a gentleman at a festival, and I used to hypnotize people to say, hey, you're an imaginary secret agent, or you're a spy, you're a secret spy and you're undercover, and you have an imaginary gun and a badge, and whenever I say the word hypnosis, you'll immediately run and hide, and you'll shout, at the time in America we used to say FBI, secret agent. Anyway, I gave a suggestion, and this gentleman immediately did a forward somersault roll. He jumped off the stage, he jumped over a 12-foot wall, and he ran about 1.5 miles, and we lost him for over an hour. Now, I didn't know this, but I had given a suggestion to somebody that had just come back from conflict in Afghanistan. He'd just returned from Afghanistan, and so he went straight into secret agent mode, and literally he went and sort of dug a trench, like a little foxhole, got in it and put sort of face paint on his face, camouflage paint, and he was in this little hole. We found him about an hour later with his sort of imaginary gun and badge, hiding. So the power of the mind and the power of hypnosis is absolutely amazing, and I'm seeing new and amazing things every time I practice hypnosis. I had a gentleman come to see me, and as an adult he had a speech impediment, which is like a stammer. He couldn't speak without really finding it difficult. And it came from his childhood, childhood sort of anxiety. And he came in the office and he was very difficult to understand. He couldn't speak properly. And by the time he left the office, he had his full speech back. So, hypnosis really, not only is it good to laugh, and I mean, people love to laugh, but also it's therapeutical. So laughing is one part of hypnosis, and seeing the funny shows, but the actual health benefits are amazing. Back in the old days, hypnosis was used for therapy before we had all the drugs and the pills and the pharmaceutical companies that we have today. So hypnosis is amazing. I'm still amazed. I see some amazing stuff, and I continue to love and look forward to being a hypnotist.